Eating a nutritious, heart-healthy diet can prevent major cardiovascular events such as heart attack and stroke in people who have heart disease. A heart-healthy diet involves consuming plenty of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and legumes. These foods are filled with vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats that can reduce inflammation and support healthy cholesterol levels. It also means avoiding ultra-processed foods, including fried meats and snack foods, as much as possible. These foods are linked to a greater risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and early death. Note that while a heart-healthy diet can reduce your risk of certain cardiovascular events, it will not replace the treatments recommended or prescribed by your doctor. 1. Spinach. Leafy greens like kale, spinach, lettuce, and bok choy are packed with antioxidants and minerals, which can reduce blood pressure and cholesterol levels, thereby lowering your risk of heart disease. These greens are also low in calories and rich in fiber, which can help you feel full and potentially lose weight. In fact, just 1 cup of boiled spinach contains nearly 4.5 grams g of fiber. Spinach may be particularly good for heart health, providing impressive amounts of vitamin K, vitamin A, magnesium, potassium, and iron, among other benefits. The Leon-Heart study, published in 2001, was one of the first studies to determine that people following a Mediterranean diet had a 50 to 70% lower risk of heart disease than those following a Western-style diet. A key feature of the Mediterranean diet, as defined in the study. Leafy greens, along with root vegetables, fruit, whole grains, and fish. Participants on this diet had lower risk of non-fatal myocardial infarction and cardiac death, says Lucy Gordon, MD, an Associate Program Director of the Internal Residency Program at Elmhurst Hospital Center and the Director of the Elmhurst Lifestyle Medicine Program in Elmhurst, New York. It is the overall eating pattern that is beneficial rather than one specific food, she adds, so try to incorporate more greens into your diet. 2. Oatmeal. For those with heart disease, a plant-forward diet rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds is highly beneficial, says Morgan Chonacki, RDN, CDCES, of the University of Washington Medical Center in Seattle. Oatmeal, in particular, is a good source of whole grains, with 4 grams of fiber in 1 cup of cooked oatmeal. The dietary fiber in whole grains can improve the bacteria in your gut, aiding in digestion. It can also reduce the risk of metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular disease, and cardiometabolic risk factors. When adding oatmeal to your morning routine, try to avoid instant oats. They're ultra-processed and typically made with refined flours, which reduces the amount of fiber they contain. They're often flavored and pack a lot of added sugar, too. 3. Broccoli. Broccoli is low in calories and cholesterol and rich in fiber and heart protective nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, and folate. In fact, 1 cup of broccoli is 31 calories and has 0 grams of cholesterol, 81 milligrams, mg, of vitamin C, 288 milligrams of potassium, and 57 milligrams of folate. Broccoli is a cruciferous vegetable in the cabbage family. A study with 18 participants suggests that consuming these types of vegetables can help lower blood pressure for some people, reducing the risk of heart attack and stroke. Other examples of cruciferous vegetables include arugula, kale, and cauliflower. They're also packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, such as sulforaphane. This nutrient has anti-inflammatory properties, which can reduce oxidative stress and protect against atherosclerosis and high blood pressure. Eat vegetables every day, drive. Gordon says. If you already do this, then increase the servings each day. 4. Mango. Eat whole fruit every day, and look for different colors, Gordon says. Eating whole fruit as part of an eating plan that emphasizes whole grains, fish, and reduced intake of added sugars and fruit juices is associated with a decreased risk of cardiovascular disease, particularly heart attack and stroke. If you're looking for a whole fruit to start incorporating into your diet, Gordon suggests mango. A cup of mango pieces has nearly 3 grams of fiber. One study with 27 participants suggests that the fruit helps support vascular health in adults who are overweight or have obesity, potentially protecting against atherosclerosis. While some fruit has a high sugar and carb content, these sugars are natural, and the vitamins and minerals make fruit a healthier choice than high sugar, processed desserts. If you're monitoring your blood sugar, be mindful of portion sizes. 5. Extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, a type of healthy fat that can lower LDL, bad cholesterol when substituted for saturated fat. In fact, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin oil has 10 grams of total monounsaturated fat. Olive oil is the main source of fat within the Mediterranean diet, one of the most beneficial eating plans for reducing the risk of heart disease. Extra virgin olive oil in particular can provide additional benefits because it has phenolic compounds, antioxidant substances that may reduce inflammation, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. 6. Salmon. Salmon is a type of fish that can be highly beneficial to heart health due to its high levels of omega-3 fatty acids. In fact, the American Heart Association advises eating 2 servings of fish per week for heart health. Eating fish may help decrease the risk of heart attack and cardiovascular disease events because it's rich in omega-3s, protein, and nutrients like vitamins B and D and calcium, but don't fry it. Consuming high amounts of fried fish can actually increase your risk of cardiovascular events. Chonaki suggests trying grilled salmon with quinoa and broccoli, combining omega-3s, protein, fiber, and antioxidants on one plate. In 3 ounces of pink raw salmon, you'll be getting 17 grams of protein and 4 grams of total fat. 7. Lentils. Lentils are a type of legume and a source of plant-based protein. Eating legumes as part of a healthy eating plan that includes whole grains, protein, and fruits and vegetables is associated with a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, coronary heart disease, and stroke. Incorporating a variety of diverse fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains can lead to a healthier gut microbiome, which supports heart health, says Gordon. Lentils are packed with fiber and protein, and they don't contain the high amount of cholesterol typically found with red meat and animal proteins. Eating foods high in fiber can lower LDL cholesterol, a risk factor for heart disease. Lentils are also filled with vitamins and minerals like potassium, which can help prevent high blood pressure. A cup of cooked lentils has nearly 16 grams of fiber and 18 grams of protein. Focus on your overall diet for sustainable heart health. While all of these foods are filled with nutrients that can play a role in protecting against heart disease, improving your heart health is more than consuming just one type of food. It's also about being consistent in healthy dietary patterns. No one specific food alone is going to be a magic cure to prevent heart disease, Gordon says. Rather, following an overall healthy eating pattern that you enjoy and will be able to maintain over the years will be most beneficial. Chonaki adds, a heart-healthy lifestyle doesn't mean giving up your favorite foods. It's about making gradual, enjoyable changes and finding a sustainable balance between nutrition and pleasure. Regular exercise, staying hydrated, and quitting smoking are also key to reducing cardiovascular risk. The takeaway: eating a heart-healthy diet, including leafy greens and vegetables, oatmeal, healthy fats, fish, and legumes, can decrease your risk of heart disease complications. Nutrient-dense foods like oatmeal, salmon, and leafy greens can improve heart health by reducing inflammation, lowering blood pressure, and improving cholesterol levels. Reducing the amount of highly processed, high sugar, and high sodium foods in your diet is just as important as adding nutrient-rich foods for heart health. Preventing or managing heart disease with diet is more than consuming just one type of food. It's about eating a range of healthy, nutrient-rich foods consistently while incorporating other lifestyle changes. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like and share for more. Thank you.